It's live.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that, huh? All right.
And I will make this full screen. Boom. Let me make Streamlabs over here so I can see the chat. Uh-oh, we got Goose here already. There you go. There's your cam is going in, is cutting in and out for me on my stream.
Okay. Don't minimize the window
but
that I'm in.
I didn't minimize it. I put something over it. I guess it doesn't like that either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when
I always go ahead.
Maybe if I pin it, let me see. Oh, that doesn't work either because then it just... Because I want to be able to see my Streamlabs window so I could see the chat. You know what? I could just pop out the chat. I think.
Yeah, usually I just like keep it open and then open another application over it and it's fine.
Yeah, that's not working for me. It blocks you out when I do that.
Weird.
It's not the end of the world.
No.
But we got some people flying in here. We got 8 viewers already? No way. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got...
What is it? We got we're a little famous over here. All right. Sam's here.
Is Sukapa with the... How many followers do you have on here, man? You're viral.
Oh, I know. I'm about to like...
87.
Yeah, that's because of my Super Metroid speedrunning. I have a lot of followers. Maybe some of them are going to tune in. A little Pokemon action for them.
I have to check those out. I like your little description here, too. It just says hi.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Powerful.
It's all you need. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to leave you up then. And then I just want to see if I can get the chat to pop out. And then... Does anyone know how to get the chat to pop out on Streamlabs? I could open it on my phone. That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, right now we're getting a bunch of Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look
emojis.
At these. These are special emojis here. I want access to that.
How much you guys pay for those?
Oh, actually, I think this is good. I could do it this way. Actually, when I click off, it's going to... Okay. You know what? Yeah, this is a problem, actually, because when I click off... You know what? I got it. I got it. We're good.
We're good?
Let me know in the chat if Daddy disappears, and then I'll try to fix it. But I think we're going to keep it like this, and it'll be fun.
I know everybody wants to look at this the whole time, you know?
Oh, yeah. All right, so are we ready to get started?
I have never been more ready. Thank you for having me, by the way. Thanks, everybody, for showing up.
All right, so welcome, everybody. This is going to be the Season 9 Playoffs Round 1 commentary. We've got Sukabe here, that's me, and I've got my amazing, handsome co-host, It's Daddy, on Father's Day, too.
You said
Come on now.
Me. It's my day today, isn't it?
It is.
Welcome, everybody, to the stream. We got some absolute fire matches to show you today. We're missing one, though, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, unfortunately. But one of them is going to be played tomorrow, so it's a little late of the stream. You know, we'll address our thoughts on the matchup beforehand in this stream, and then maybe, you know, if they want to send us the replays tomorrow, we'll pop on for 10 minutes or something and knock it out. But we'll see.
I probably shouldn't say this live on stream, but Steve requested a delay in his match because he's terrified.
Yeah, he's scared. Yeah.
Hopefully they'll play that match.
Well, you
soon.
didn't need to expose him like that. Come on now. That's on Father's Day.
I felt the need. I felt the need. I'm sorry.
All right. So, yeah. So we're going to get started here. We got 4 matches to look at. We're going to analyze that one match that's getting pushed tomorrow. First, we'll look at the match a little bit, give our thoughts on the matchup. So, Daddy, tell me. We've got Hard Trick Room on the right, and we've got a pretty good-looking Trick Room team on the left, too. So I'm interested in how you think this one's going to play out. What do you think will be the focal points here to look at?
Really impressed with Foreign's performance this season. I think a lot of people kind of hated on this team from the start. You know, low on the tier list. It's just a Trick Room mode. How good could it be? But showing up in playoffs here, we've learned that this is a pretty solid team here. And anything with Trick Room, Orangaru is a really good Trick Room setter. And then you got Torkoal on that team. It's going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, he's had such creative ways to get Trick Room up, too. It's like, you know, if I was playing into this game, I'd be like, all right, I'm running in Prison Trick Room. But then he's like, okay, well, I've got the Hariyama with Whirlwind. I've got, Dragon Tail. I've got the Rage Powder redirection. Like he had a lot of good ways to make sure he gets Trick Room up. And if he gets it up, he's shown that he could dominate the match. So I'm wondering if Steve will try to either deny the Trick Room mode altogether, or if he'll try to play into it with that Iron Hands, which has been one of the most potent Trick Room mons in this format.
Yeah, I think Iron Hands is going to be huge for Steve in this matchup. I mean, he does have a pretty decent Trick Room mode of his own, but Foreign, sometimes I notice he baits people, right? He gets people trying to set in prison. He gets people trying to stop his Trick Room. But his team hits so hard because they lack that speed stat. They make up for it in other areas. So, it's going to be a really interesting matchup.
Yeah, and one thing to note, we've got the drought. I believe Tropius has some sort of, chlorophyll, right? So we could see Tropius come to take advantage of that sun that will be set for him. Maybe to counteract a Lilligant mode or something. Would be a really good counter to Lilligant as well. So that'll be a fun one. I hope we can analyze that tomorrow. But until then, we'll have to put a pin in that one for now, and we'll move on to the other 3 matches that were completed on time, like good league members. Not throwing any shade. Sorry. It's all right. I got to calm down a little bit. All right. We're still early on here. Let's go to the next matchup. We got Electric versus a brand new coach to the VBL-S and to VGC in general, if I recall correctly, Rich Weave.
So.
What a showing in their
really
first
impressive.
Season.
Really impressive to make it to playoffs in this league in your first season. This is a league full of killers, so shouts out to Rich for making it this far.
Yeah, something happened with my matchup here. This doesn't look right. It has some of... Is this the team? It just has similar mons to Foreign's. Okay, I thought maybe...
They just have a lot of the same mons.
Okay, fair enough. So we're good then. So Rich Weave had the Torkoal as well. So we got 2 Torkoals in the playoffs. What do you know? It's a good Pokemon. He's got the Sandy Shocks to take advantage of that photosynthesis boost, the Lilligant mode. He's got Leafeon, Chlorophyll, so really strong sun options, but he's shown that the Espathra can be a shining star in VGC this season. It's such a nightmare mon to play against with that. Lumina Crash, the speed boost, Protect Bait, it's so good.
Yeah, really interesting team that Rich has. He has a lot of those pairings that we like to talk about. So I know Bohm was talking earlier in the season about how they sort of built it together, and it's supposed to have a lot of easy but strong modes, like modes that are easy to use but still really strong. So he has that Oranguru and Torkoal pairing, which is very good. And obviously Lilligant and Torkoal, we don't even need to say anything about that.
Yeah, I think for Electric on his side, obviously a dominant season from him as well. This team is just very well-rounded, in my opinion. He's made great use of the Grimmsnarl, not afraid to run it as an offensive set or, go back to that screen support mode, fake out. Like, it's kind of like a jack-of-all-trades-mon, and I think he's really used it effectively this season. I'm wondering how he'll find good positioning for the Golden Go, because the matchup seems a bit rough here with the Torkoal, the Oranguru, it has kind of trouble hitting as well with the Shadow Ball. Obviously, it doesn't want to be hitting it with that. Like, he's going to have to position it well around the speed control game here, which is going to be interesting. I
wouldn't be surprised to see Golden Go stay at home this week. I mean, I think the Rotom Heat looks pretty solid in this matchup, and I think we're going to see screens out of that Grimmsnarl if I had to put my money on something. Screens
are definitely a good way to deal with a Trick Room mode if you don't want to stop it from going up at all. You could just set up your screens, try to stall it out. It could help against that Espathra or Lumina Crash as well, mitigate some of that special defense chop with a light screen. But this should be a fun one. And honestly, let's keep giving flowers to Rich Weave to make the playoffs your first season in this league. Not to mention, you've never played VGC before. Like, I know he lost a couple weeks just because he messed up the type charts. Like, I think the only reason I beat him is because he used Lumina Crash into a dark type. Otherwise, he would have smoked me as well. So really solid plays. So let's see if he can.
Electric is a phenomenal coach, so if Rich is able to take this matchup, I mean, he's really solidified himself as a top player in the league.
Oh, absolutely. So let's get into game 1 here. I'll put it on music off, and we go slow, right, for these matches? So let's see. We see Golden Go present. We got the Doug Trio and the Zangoose, so kind of some heat coming out here from Electric. And then Rich Weave's side, I'm seeing pretty standard, what I would expect to see in this matchup. So I'm expecting to see...
a little surprising. Golden Go surprised me a little bit here too, but we'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see Grimmsnarl come out as a lead, maybe the Espathra or the Lillicoal option as well. So let's see. There's your Grimmsnarl. We got the Noivern coming out. Could be a threat for Frisk. speed control with Tailwind, and there's the Lilycole on the other side.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, and the Frisk is nice because now we know where we can fake out and where we can't.
Yes, unless you have Terra Ghost, and then you cannot fake it out. So, solid Terra to avoid the fake out. I wonder what he's going to do with it, though. Eruption? Heat Wave.
Heat Wave. Okay, expecting to take some damage there. He doesn't want to commit to the Eruption. Eruption would have finished off that Grimmsnarl there.
But the Tailwind is big because now you have a -2 Lilligant that also Chlorophyll is kind of negated by the Tailwind. So he's probably going to switch this out here, and then he's going to have Torkoal in an awkward position, maybe for another Heat Wave or some sort of defensive option. Let's see what happens this turn.
Yeah, the Noivern does hit the Torkoal if it wants to. Sucker Punch, massive damage into the Torkoal there.
Just
and Draco
doubles it,
to finish it off.
I like this play because the Lilligant isn't immediately threatening anymore. And
Sleep Powder's always threatening, but it also misses very
yeah, that's
frequently.
Unfortunate. So let's see. We got the Photosynthesis speed. I wonder how that matches up into Tailwind. It probably outspeeds Grimmsnarl.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, but it does have Sucker Punch too. Let's see. So we get the Golden Go coming in. Another Sucker Punch.
Ooh, pretty huge. Not going to see a Golden Go.
Yep. And now this Lilligant really is passive here, unless it's setting things to sleep. So you could switch into Torkoal, but since that's the only mon in the back, it seems like an obvious play.
I think he's going to keep this Lilligant out. Yeah, protect and sleep.
Stall out the Tailwind a little bit. Makes sense.
Yeah, with Tailwind gone, that will make the Sandy Shocks the fastest thing on the field here.
Good point. Could probably kill Noivern with a Thunderbolt. I don't know the calc on that.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. It's not the bulkiest Pokemon. So get a Protect out of the Noivern here. Double Protect. Okay, waiting for the sun to end.
Yep, that's a really great play. Because like you said, the Sleep Powder connects there. Now you're denied your speed control. Now he can get a free Tailwind off and then outspeed for the rest of the match.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to keep throwing those Sleep Powders, I'm sure, but this thing is not very fast anymore.
Oh, wait. Booster energy with the sun.
Sandy Shocks is faster, and it does kill the Golden Go.
Wow. But he gets his Tailwind. So that's a trade-off right there. You can either remove the Golden Go or you could get rid of the speed control. I think removing the Golden Go is honestly a good play too because it limits his damage output a little bit. But we do have a damage-dealing Toxtricity here.
Yeah, is this Boom Burst? What are we going to see here?
Uh-oh.
Yes, it is.
With Telepathy? This could do a lot of damage, and he'll go first.
It's going to kill everything. Oh, okay. Earth Power goes first, but does not pick up the one-shot Boom Burst.
Oh, my God. The damage.
Boom, baby.
Oh, man. The boom. The Terra was huge there, because not only did it boost the damage, it also prevented him from dying to Sandy Shocks.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, he saved it for a really good time. Lilligant comes out. Not much Lilligant could really hope to do here.
Yeah.
Now, the Noivern is at half special attack, so maybe...
there's no Chlorophyll, so
the Tailwind.
it's going to go first, yeah. So I think this is going to be a GG to Electric for game 1. Barring anything crazy.
Yeah.
That Toxtricity is crazy damage.
I mean, just really, really well played by Electric here. I mean, he saved his Terra for the end of the game, which ended up being very strong. That Terra Ghost Torkoal at the beginning was scary, but he did have the Sucker Punch for it. So
yeah, that was, and when you reveal the Terra Ghost, that Sucker Punch becomes immediately attractive. Also, could help prevent him from clicking Eruption in the future. So yeah, Mind Game's already in play here, but well played.
That attack stat really coming into play too, because Torkoal is a bulky Pokemon, but those Sucker Punches really tore it up.
Absolutely. So I wonder what's the switch up here if you're Rich Weeb for game 2. Maybe we see the Espathra enter the field this game.
We could, but I mean, Espathra comes in. If we get a Tailwind set up turn 1, it's going to take a couple turns for that speed boost to get him ahead.
Not to mention the Grimmsnarl with Sucker Punch is always threatening no matter how many speed boosts you have.
Yeah, unless we have a Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam.
Could have a Gallade Quick Guard, maybe. Does it get Quick Guard?
It's probably. It gets every move.
Probably not running it, but that could prevent the Sucker Punch shenanigans, maybe. But I'm interested to see if the leads will change for Electric. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, we do see that?
Oh, okay, he's going... Oh, we got a whole new mode going on here. Okay.
Nobody respects the Doug Trio, and for good reason. Let's see if it can do anything here.
Hey, Arena Trap is cool.
It is a thing.
It is. I like it. Let's see what this Zangoose is going to do. I'm really curious.
Is it going to protect? No.
Break protection. Earth Power survives.
Does not kill.
Oh, he doubles it. Wow.
It does.
So
And everything was faster than the Doug trio there.
yeah,
So this has to be Scarf Gallade.
Has to be. Good point. And that's devastating for Electric because he just used his Terra as well. So
Yeah, he put a lot into that Doug trio, and he got nothing out of it.
amazing reveal of the Scarf. That was really cool. Because I don't think we got info from that game 1 on the Scarf. I don't think it used anything.
Yeah.
So to bring it out now, that's going to be now. Ridgeway's kind of in the driver's seat now.
What is the Zangoose?
It's just a feint bot.
It's just a feint bot. Okay, Sucker Punch, big damage there. Takes down the Gallade.
Bulky Grimstar.
Yeah, it's not doing much. Maybe it's AV.
Here's the Espathra, but we got that Sucker Punch, so
He is not
didn't click
going to be
Sucker.
able to protect for the rest of this game. All right, Lumina Crash takes down the Vegemite. Nice name.
So this is good just because even though you've kind of created a 2v2 for yourself, but Grimstar is not the most offensively oppressive mon. You definitely have the advantage here with power, depending on what's in the back.
It does seem like an offensive Grimmsnarl, though. I mean, it has that 120 attack stat, Sucker Punch, Crunch, and Spirit Break, maybe?
That's
I don't
true.
know.
He does have the speed advantage, and Electric doesn't have a way to set speed control here, so unless he has Thunder Wave. But it's Frisk,
Yeah.
so you're right. It is mostly an offensive set. So
And the Terra's gone, so do we get an Earthquake here?
could be coming in.
Protect.
Spirit Break maybe from
Iron Head.
Iron
big
Head.
damage.
Yeah, and like we said before, Electric doesn't have the speed control anymore. So I think
And I don't think Make It Rain's going to do it here unless he gets a double crit.
Shadow Claw reveal as well. This thing's got everything. Could be AV. I wonder.
Could be, and we go to game 3. So an amazing set so far. Really nice adaptation from Rich there. I think Doug Trio, maybe a little ambitious.
Well, I would have been really interested to see what was going to happen there if the Gilead wasn't scarfed. But
Yeah, the Scarf does change everything. That's true.
that was a great lead from Rich Weave game 2.
What was the Terra on Doug Trio?
It was ground, so damage booster. Might have been an earthquake, because it would have hit the Zangoose though. So I'm not
Right.
sure what we would have seen,
Yeah.
but we may never know, unless we see it in game 3, which I don't think we'll be seeing it again.
I kind of doubt it after the way it got blown up that last one. I expect Rich to come out with the same lead here. That seems very strong.
And I also expect to see Toxtricity back in the match. It was a huge player game 1. He doesn't have a normal resist either, unless he Terra Ghosts
That's
the
not the Terra
Torkoal.
Ghost.
So
Maybe Torkoal stays in the back. I don't know. Let's see.
okay, so I will press play and let's see game 3. You love a game 3 in playoffs. Win or go home. So we see
Huge.
back to square one for Electric, going with the lead that got him the win.
And Rich also staying with the lead that got the win. Let's see with the interaction here. Do we get a fake out?
I don't know if we have fake out because he hasn't used it in 2 games time. We've seen Sucker Punch, Crunch. Oh, he does have fake out.
He
actually.
did. He used fake out game 1.
Okay.
Which is why the Frisk is really nice, because you know that you can fake out both slots in this game.
Absolutely.
Well, you already, found
Oh,
the
that's
code
right.
for
He
it.
used the fake out into the Terra Ghost. That's right.
Right.
So this kind of puts Rich Weave in a pressure situation here because speed control is going to get up here because one of these is going to get fake out. You kind of have to predict what he's going to do. So let's see.
Yeah, and I don't think we're one-shotting the Noivern here.
No.
Power Gem taking it
See if
down
it goes
to
for
about
the
half.
if it goes for the tailwind maybe.
I think we're gonna get a tailwind
Yeah,
here.
it's a great play because you're against 2 mons that are faster than you. It's probably faster than anything you have in the back. So now you're going first. Love it.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, ooh, what
Probably
did you get here?
into the shocks because this is scarfed. Unless it's tricked, maybe? Is it tricking a scarf?
Is it a trick room?
Oh,
it's
a
trick.
Very cool. Now the Gallade has Assault Vest, which it probably doesn't hate,
But it can't use trick anymore either.
which
don't know
is
if it
I think
wants
that's
it.
fine. And now
Yeah.
this Grimsnarl being scarfed isn't actually that bad though, for Electric because it is an offensive set, and when this tailwind goes down, that could be a difference maker. So
Yeah, true. I was kind of expecting to see a trick room out of Gallade there. That would have been insane.
that would have been
All right,
insane. Trick room
Terra
scarf.
Water coming out from the shocks.
Let's see if he doubles. Make it rain coming out here.
Terra Waters.
Make it rain.
What a call by Electric there to Terra Water in front of a very strong Electric type Pokemon. Very brave.
Yeah, well, I think he had to do it to potentially live the Earth power, I think, was his reasoning. So it's worth it because now he gets the KO. I was kind of expecting him to make it rain, but I guess the It didn't know Terra Water, though, beforehand. But, obviously it worked out. So let's see what happens this turn. Maybe this is where the Make It Rain will come in?
There's Haxorus. No Terra to help out this Haxorus offensively.
No.
So let's see what we get
Stall
here.
out the Tailwind. He has no way of setting it, which is significant.
Yeah, and this Grimmsnarl is locked in the Spirit Break.
Oh my god, I just reset the match. All right, we're going to have to go back to that turn.
Stream ruined. Okay. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, here we go. This was the turn.
Okay.
So we see Double Protect into Tailwind.
Yeah, so Tailwind ends now. Like I was saying, the Grimmsnarl is locked into Spirit Break.
And there's the Make It Rain. Yeah. But I wonder, does the Grimmsnarl outspeed the Haxorus since it's Scarf now? I don't know how much speed investment he has on this thing. But that could be bad.
I'm sure it does. It has to, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
Haxorus, not the fastest Pokemon.
Good switch. It does go first.
Okay, it does outspeed. Does it get the flinch? It does not. Spirit Break takes it down to 4%.
That's a lot of damage.
Golden Go coming back out here. We get a Protect from the Boom Burst machine over there. Earth Power would take it down. Let's see if we get another switch next turn.
So this is interesting for Electric because he has no way of outspeeding the Shocks here. And the Toxtricity is very susceptible to an Earth Power. And he really can't switch in the Grimmsnarl either. So he may have to either sack the Grimmsnarl or try to go for a Double Protect. But something's going to die in this slot because of that booster energy.
I think, something's dying here for sure. Now, the question is, can Golden Go survive a Haxorus hit?
I don't know if it can. He gets the Protect. So it looks like he's going to sack the Toxtricity here. He does get Fake Out now. So
he has Fake Out, but he's Scarfed. So
that's true.
Using that Fake Out is a death sentence.
He gets Sucker Punch, which is actually not a bad thing to be locked into. Sucker Punch is
pretty good. Yeah, let's see if the Sucker Punch goes into the Haxorus.
I think it has to be Sucker Punch here because, so that's a
Yeah.
good thing to lock yourself into because you don't have speed control anymore. So
now, how many PP does he have left on that? 6? Okay.
He's got
I
plenty.
wonder if that could be a factor.
So this is going to be a read for Rich Weave. I think if you're him, you want to be Sucker Punching the Shocks and then hope that you live a hit from the Haxorus because it looks like it went for a Shadow Claw. It might not have anything that could hit this. Like, I don't know if it has a Dragon Claw, so it won't get stabbed. So I don't know how bulky this Golden Go is, but let's find out.
Golden Go, Golden Go a pretty bulky Pokemon in its own right.
Oh, he goes
we can
for
see the Protect here. Sucker Punch will take down the Haxorus. What does the Shocks do?
Does it
here?
kill the Grimmsnarl? Oh, it does.
It does. The targeting is
man,
pristine here.
Wow, I think that's gonna be it.
That absolutely is going to be it.
Insane. Wow.
What a set. I mean, is this really a new player?
I know.
Are we getting trolled here?
I think we're getting hustled, Daddy. I don't know. I'm a little suspicious now. That's great play. Wow.
Yeah.
Really played well around.
Really
and, even the turn 1 here was good for Electric. He got his speed control off, but Rich Weave was able to survive. He had that. This Sandy Shock's having booster energy is such a bold item choice, too, when you're running Sun. Like, you would think you'd want to give it something else, but it turned out to be the difference maker in this match because he didn't end up bringing the Torkoal in the games that he won. And then he was able to outspeed everything anyway. So that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, booster energy is so broken. Now, that game 2 is a tough one because you don't know that the Gallade has a Scarf. I really would love to hear from Electric. Hopefully we get a video coming up soon. What was going on with that Doug trio? I'd love to know.
I want to know so bad what the set was. I didn't get any paste, so we won't be able to look at paste tonight. But
yeah, I'm sure it was meant to outspeed. Unfortunate for Electric.
But the reveal of the Scarf in game 2, he switched it up so well with his leads. So shout out to Rich Weave. 1-0 in his playoff career. So let's see if he could stay on that track. I don't know who he's going to play next week, but they're in for a rough matchup. Great coach
absolutely.
And great season from him. Let's move on to our next matchup, though. You ready?
Hey, great season to Electric, too. I mean, Electric had a really strong performance all season. So
absolutely.
Sad to see you go, buddy.
He had an amazing regular season Electric. He was dominating everybody, and he played great this match as well. It was just a tough break, especially in that game, too. He didn't get his strategy off, so it happens. One and dones will be like that, 1 round playoff elimination. So I'm sure he'll be back with a vengeance next season as well. So, all right. Next up, we've got the Doctor in session. Boom.
Somebody call it Doctor.
Yes.
But not for JDB.
Nope. Yeah, we got I think, now I don't know for sure because I haven't looked at all the matchups. Is the only Ruin Mons that I think the only Ruinmon that's in the playoffs is Wo-Chen, and they're from both of the players. Do we see any Tinglu? Oh no, there's Chiyu. There's Chiyu.
Chen-Pao.
And is there a Chen-Pao in the playoffs? Oh, I'm so dumb actually.
Dragonite.
There's a Chen-Pao and there's two Chiyus. All right, disregard what I just said.
Cut this out.
Yeah, I'll cut that out in post. And for all you live, just like do a little reset in the last 15 seconds. All right, let's just continue here. So we've got Poppin. He's got a disgusting team. This is one of my highest rated teams in the pre-matches here. He can go slow and bulk you out with the screen mode. He's got the unaware Skeledirge. He's got the toxic stall with the Glamora, the annoying Wo-Chen, Leech Seed. Just this, and the Gastrodon too, which is obviously, it's got recover shenanigans, stockpile. This team can bulk you out and play the long game. But he's also shown that he's not afraid to abandon that in favor of a little more of a offensive, fast-paced mode. This for Giraffe has been an absolute key for Poppin this season. I think he's brought it like every game, and it's done so much work.
The strength in Poppin's team this season has been the bulk, right? And a pretty strong Trick Room mode. And James's team, the strength has been Florges.
Yeah, this Florges, and I think Jordan's Florges as well, has just been amazing this season. It's such a good Pokemon. It has so much natural bulk. The fairy typing is so nice. It gets Stab, Moonblast. It's got Recovery, I think, with Synthesis or something. And it's got Flower Vet. Like, it's got really cool kit. So James's draft was also really nice to me because he has multiple ways to set Tailwind. And he has a lot of mons that really like Tailwind to be up. Like Quaquaval, even Scissor can be good under Trick Room, under Tailwind as well. The Roaring Moon appreciates Tailwind to go first. He can run that Terra Ground Earthquake with the Talonflame on the Roaring Moon for immense physical damage output. The Rotom Frost, I think all the Rotom forms are really good. Especially they also would appreciate a Tailwind. So I think that might be a key of this matchup is the speed control game. Poppin's got a strong Trick Room mode. JDB's got a strong fast mode. So it'll be the battle, the clash to see who gets to go first and who can outpower.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, if James wants Tailwind, he gets it pretty much with no... Oh, there is Fake Out on the other team. There's a Grimmsnarl, which I almost ignored for a second.
We've also got Fake Out on the Impidimp.
True. Yeah, so if James wants Tailwind, I think he probably gets it. But Poppin probably leaning into Trick Room mode in this match, would you say?
Absolutely. I would not be surprised to see a Farigiraf lead in multiple games of this set just to threaten. Like, even if you're leading the Talonflame and you want to set Tailwind, you're thinking twice about it if Farigiraf's on the field because it could click a Trick Room, and that's a really tough position to be in when you have that up.
Farigiraf is also shutting down Galewing's Brave Bird, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
I think that's how that works.
Chat, help me out.
Well, it protects all priority moves, correct? So it would do that.
Yeah, it should, right?
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how the Wo-Chen will be incorporated this match, if it's even there at all. Let's see what we got in the team preview here. All right.
Wo-Chen is there, and we see that Tauros.
Yeah. This is a Tauros combat. So all the Tauros forms got a nice boost for the Paldea. Becoming a fighting type, getting access to Intimidate. Or they always had Intimidate, right?
Yes.
Didn't they get a new ability?
Cudshoe,
that's the one. So, you could get Anger Point as well. I don't know if Poppin has a way to activate that, but yeah, pretty standard stuff from Poppin. I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary here.
Usually gets 5 of his 6, right?
We see the Stantler as well and the Toedscruel.
Yeah, I feel like Toedscruel kind of dissuades you from bringing that Gastrodon, which, I mean, you're not really storm draining anything anyway, so.
Absolutely, and I like the Toedscruel bring too because it, if you are going for that bulky slow mode on Wo-Chen, you can't really set up a Leech Seed onto a Toedscruel, so it could kind of deny that mode as well. So, and we see a lot of those 3 Tailwind setters right here, and Florges. That's kind of been James's bread and butter. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm expecting to see the Farigiraf in the lead, maybe the Talonflame with the Roaring Moon. We see the Florges come out. Grimmsnarl.
James's gruesome twosome here.
And there's
the Roaring Moon and the Farigiraf. You were absolutely right about the Giraffe. Let's see if do we get a Fake Out Trick Room here?
Well, we have another Frisk Grimmsnarl. So that's 2 in a row here. No Prankster. So Frisk really big here because now he knows the Covert Cloak.
It's so good on Grimmsnarl because then you know exactly where you can launch your Fake Out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And when you're trying to get Trick Room set up, which I'm pretty sure he is, that's a huge plus.
Yep, and now he has that info for the Covert Cloak. So let's see if he'll target the Florges maybe. Terra Dark comes out. Farigiraf's in trouble with that.
Is it a one shot? I'm sure Poppin
Oh
calced this.
my
He
God.
did 2%. Poppin is just, he's a human calculator who uses non-human calculators to help him, but you got to assume that he has that calced.
I wonder,
He's big brain.
is Throat Chop, what's Throat Chop's damage, base power? Is it 80? Because I was wondering, I wonder if Crunch would have got a KO if it's different. But either way, he gets what he wants off. But the floor just doesn't.
2%.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the floor just does not mind Trick Room here. So, you know, it could still be a decent position. Let's see how he adapts here. He switches in. Also Frisk.
Lots of Frisk in these playoffs.
Yeah,
Maybe these guys are onto something.
I should get myself a Frisk mod next season. Sounds pretty good.
Oh, Spirit Break. Grimmsnarl is too good. We got to ban it
so
next
good.
season.
It's so good. And then with the Trick Room up, outspeeds the Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon didn't get to do anything that game. It brought the Fridraft down and then died. So, all right, let's see. We've got the floor just coming back in here. Maybe a Dazzling Gleam to pick up that Fridraft. Do some heavy damage to Grimmsnarl.
See, Terrablast is nice on a normal type Pokemon. It's good damage for the Giraffe. Dazzling Gleam is huge damage.
A lot of damage. Oh my God, very nice from Poppin. He taunts the Stantler, expecting him to reverse the Trick Room, which is exactly what went down.
Now, the Grimmsnarl also lives. Does this confirm AV?
It's Sash. It was frisked.
Oh, it's Sash. Okay,
Yeah.
so just another thing that's probably calced to survive. You'd have to assume.
Yep.
All right, try to stall out the Trick Room here.
But the Torch Song comes in, activates no Throat Spray. Earth Power doesn't do that much.
Not quite half, which is not great. And you got to assume the floor just goes down here.
Unfortunately, yeah. And now you have this Scaling Skeledirge. Such an oppressive mon with that. I expect another Earth Power here.
Yeah, it's down really low with Trick Room ending.
And let's see what's in the back here. We haven't seen the fourth mon. It's Scissor. Or maybe we did. So
some kind of priority attack? No.
This is really good because it should outspeed both. Maybe depending on the speed EVs, the Scissor the Dirge could outspeed the Scissor. But I'm assuming if the Scissor was really slow, he would have brought it in under Trick Room a little earlier. So let's see.
Thief. Interesting.
It does get Technician boosted, doesn't it? Or is it is it 60? I think so.
I think it's 50.
So what looked to be a really sticky situation for James is now looking great because the Trick Room is down and he's got 2 Mons versus 1. And it is the Wo Chen who is weak to the Bug type attack.
Bug type moves,
but
very weak.
Has he Terra'd yet? I don't believe we've seen it.
No, we have not. You have to save it for the Wo Chen in this matchup.
And there's the Poison coming out. So we'll see if the Bug move comes in. Oh, the Earth Power. Leech Seed comes out.
Leech Seed into Stantler. Interesting.
Yeah.
X's are just doing a little tickle here.
So I really hope this Scissor has either Iron Head or... I don't even know if Bullet Punch is enough with the recovery from Leech Seed.
Yeah, I don't even know if Iron Head's enough.
Well, can you Leech Seed Scissor? Are Steel types immune to Leech Seed? I don't think they are they?
You definitely can.
You can, yeah. And it's got Leftovers. I'm sure it's got Protect, too.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the Wo Chen stall this one out.
Well, let's see what the Scissor has in its arsenal here.
Maybe Swords Dance. No.
Well, it could get some flinches. Do we know if the Scissor outspeeds? It does not. Oof.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
This is going to be
Leech
brutal.
Seed takes down the Stantler. We could probably speed this one up a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Iron Head does decent damage, but it's not going to be enough.
Somebody in the chat said to thief away the Leftovers would be nice.
He still has an item, though, correct?
Yeah, did he steal an item from somebody else? Because then he wouldn't be able to.
I'm assuming the Scizor probably has a berry so that it can thief.
Yeah, this is going to be over. This Poppin's got this one.
Yeah, there's no way out of this.
Wow. And there's the power of the stall. I mean, we've seen it. Like, all season long, he's brought this thing various points. He hasn't committed hard to building his whole team around this. Like, he has not been afraid to leave it on the bench. But when it does show up, it can be so oppressive like that. Like, 2v1 endgame, no problem. Just Terra Poison.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Terra Poison is clutch. But, does James have an answer to Terra Poison? I mean, the Roaring Moon maybe has Earthquake. Other than that,
maybe we see the Toad Scroll so that he can't Leech Seed stall it. And then it's also a ground type, so it could be a nice counter.
Yeah, put it to sleep, maybe.
We don't really know what else it has besides Leech Seed and Protect, right? Did we even see anything else?
Hoppin
So
said, "Sorry for concealing info," but
yeah, that's because he
didn't-
literally just used
Yeah.
Leech Seed. And I respect it. He's still got 2 games
I mean,
to play.
why not? Yeah, you
So-
have it locked up. Yeah.
All right, so let's see how James adapts. I expect the Toad Scroll to be a good answer to that. So maybe we see it staying in the back in this game, or coming out as a lead to help him set up what he wants with the Rage Powder.
Yeah, I mean, we expect Trick Room here.
Yep.
Maybe it tries to put the giraffe to sleep before it can set it, but we would probably need the Covert Cloak to be able to do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. We've got the Moon coming out again, which I think is good. Florida, same lead for James, so he feels confident that he could make his plays a little differently, maybe. So
Deja vu.
I don't see any reason for Poppin not to do the same exact play.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a different dark move that he's going to try to use to kill it.
Are we going? Is it a roll here? Maybe.
Same exact scenario. Is this the same replay? No.
Did we watch?
No.
'cause
It's all right. Yeah, familiar. This is game 2. All right, a little deja vu. We got the
Hey,
Dazzling Gleam and the Spirit Break. Oh no!
Spirit kills. Did the crit matter?
Wow, I bet it did. That's a lot of damage.
You got to wonder why James went for the same play here. It must have been a roll, right? Maybe.
Maybe, but even then, I wouldn't want to risk it on a roll.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like
I mean,
we could.
if you don't have any other answer.
We could have had like a Stantler lead to threaten a Trick Room reversal, maybe, or the Toad Scroll to put it to sleep. Like I would have tried something else, maybe, but maybe he's got
Yeah,
someone in the
Stantler
back
Toad
here,
Scroll.
a hidden trick. Let's see.
Well, let's see what comes out. Skeledirge comes out, and there's the Toad Scroll.
Okay, so this is good because you have a Spirit Break here that you want to be putting into the Roaring Moon. We saw it do a lot of damage last time. Surely it would KO, but now you have to worry about the potential redirection on the Toad Scroll. So this could be a mind game here to see how.
Do we see a Terra Grass here? No, we see a Protect. Okay.
Taunt is very intelligent there.
Yeah.
Dazzling Gleam comes
Mental
out.
Herb. Let's see if an attack just comes out.
Maybe
here.
he doubles it. Probably not.
Oh, that.
So the throat, if he could connect on a throat chop, it'd be really nice because it would disable the torch song. But
Yeah, it kind of
now,
seems like he's not going to be able to connect though,
no,
right?
this Toad Scroll is now not going to play any supportive role since it's taunted. So it's probably going to click a Dazzling Gleam again or maybe an Earth Power. I would try to protect this Roaring Moon or get it out of here because you got a Spirit Break coming in to that slot.
Yeah, maybe the Scizor comes out here. That might be the play.
Yeah.
Spirit Break takes.
Does he not have Protect on the moon?
He hasn't shown Protect yet, I don't believe.
Okay. So this is not looking good for James.
No, Torch Song already taking Swamp Thing down.
He
to
just does not have
half.
the damage. The Trick Room is so oppressive. And the last mon is Stantler. I don't think he has the offensive goods to get this one done.
No, unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be enough offense for James here. Targeting the Stantler, I probably would have finished off. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
And
that
that's
ends Trick Room, but Stantler, I don't know what it could do here. All it has is Earth Power. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, congrats to James for making playoffs. I mean, he had to take down one of the greatest coaches in the history of any competitive game ever when he beat that guy the week before to make playoffs, whoever that was. So
Yeah.
congrats, James, on making it this far. The underdog story.
And shout out to Poppin for really great prep. He recognized that Trick Room was a really hard mode for James to stop, and he pulled it off. I don't think James got what he wanted in these 2 games. So I did get the pace. They sent him in the chat. So let's see if we can take a look. And then James's pace was up higher, I think.
Yeah, so it looks like even if we got that Toad Scroll out game 2 in the lead, it's probably just getting taunted by the Grimmsnarl. So
Yeah, James, could you send your paste again? I can't find it in the chat, but I'll take a look. So yeah, we saw we didn't see the Tauros coming in. The Farigiraf, you could see the heavy defensive investment. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely calced to be able to live a Terra Dark from the Roaring Moon, and that's what separates a championship level coach is the ability to recognize, hey, this is how he's stopping my mode. Let me make sure I get the exact EVs I need to guarantee I get it off. And it paid off so well. Like that, those games are completely different if this Farigiraf dies.
yeah,
Like-
the Farigiraf was absolutely, and you called it in the pregame analysis too. That was absolutely huge in this matchup.
Massive.
It won the matchup for Poppin.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we saw this body press set as well on the Wochen. We didn't get to see that. But 2 games there where we see the impact of the Grimmsnarl. So certainly a good Pokemon. Try to get your hands on it next season because it's a playoff. It makes you a playoff contender. Apparently.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right. Well, GG's to Poppin and James. Congrats, Poppin, for moving on. We got one more match. Uh-oh. It's Daddy. He's here. We got the matchup with Goose.
This one was highly anticipated, as everybody knows, because I've made it loud and clear. I have never won a playoff game. So this one was big, and Goose hasn't either. Now, Goose hasn't been around for multiple years like I have. But we were both excited and nervous to go into this one. And obviously, Goose and I, we go together like butter,
like butter on bread. Wait, butter
yeah, there you go.
Wait,
I knew it was something
hold
with
on.
butter.
We got to talk about it. What
it.
are you talking about, butter and milk?
You never had that?
I mean, the only thing those two have in common is that they're both dairy. I don't know, I wouldn't say that's a good combo.
They go together. In the grocery store, they go together in the same.
All right, fair enough.
Same refrigerator.
Fair enough. So. But I'll tell you what, we got some future paradox forms in this matchup that are pretty significant. I think a big proponent of this matchup is the fact that the Iron Moth is hard for Valiant to deal with. It's got that poison typing, which is perfect defensively against the Iron Valiant. It's just really hard for Valiant to hit it. Close combat is resisted. Fairy moves are resisted. You don't get to deal that stab damage. It does outspeed, which is significant, unless there's booster energy shenanigans here, which I'm assuming there will be at least one on this field. The thing that Iron Moth hates is that it doesn't get Sludge Bomb. So if it wants to click a poison move into the Valiant, it's either going to have to be Acid Spray or Sludge Wave. But I'll tell you what, I've watched a lot of Goose's matches this season, and he loves that Sludge Wave with the Iron Treads combo. You could even set up a Bulldoze, Terra Flying, and then start Sludge Waving and reducing speed. There's a lot of, that's a threatening duo. He's got Electros to eat Bulldozes as well.
Goose had some really cool combos on this team, which made it really tough to prep for. I think the whole season, this was probably the most difficult matchup I've had in terms of prep. The Murkrow means that he gets Tailwind when he wants it. The Iron Moth threatens. My team has a major fire weakness. This is my old team, by the way. I don't have Gyarados anymore.
Did I? Okay, I forgot to switch it then. That's fine. So what's here instead? The
Baxcalibur, Espeon, Luxray, and
you did a big swap. I wish I got that.
Yeah, I dropped a third of my team. So it's not even the same team at all, but it's fine. Goose's team is really strong, and then he has that Appleton, which kind of shuts down any dreams that I might have of Trick Room.
Yep.
Right?
I think this is a really good game for Golden Go, though. The Steel type is appreciated here. Resists the Poison, which your Iron Valiant doesn't want to be hit by. Really good against the Sylveon. Obviously threaten. He doesn't have that many resists aside from the Treads and the Moth, I guess. So Golden Go can look to make a big splash here as well. So let's get into it. See what we got going on.
I'm gonna try not to say too much.
All right, I could take the lead on this one a little bit. So we see the Espeon, the Corviknight, which is another Steel type I think is good here to have the Steel. Sableye, really powerful Prankster Mon. You got a Trick Room option. The Baxcalibur, really threatening. A lot of power in this match. We do see the Bruxish, which could threaten its own Trick Room mode. It could have that Dazzling to prevent any priority, like an Ice Shard, or maybe it could shut down the Prankster Sableye a lot as well. Goose could look to get a nice Tailwind up with that Prankster Murkrow. Let's see what we got with the leads. I'm expecting to see maybe...
surprised me. I didn't expect to see it, and I didn't respect it very much.
It's really good against the Sableye. Yeah. Kind of makes you second guess if you're trying to do Quash shenanigans, Encore. It's really nice to have. And it threatens Trick Room. So we've got a Baxcalibur Corviknight lead here. What's Wonder Skin? Is that anything significant? I don't know much about this Mon.
I don't know anything about this Mon, and when this set started, I realized that I truly don't know anything about this Mon. So we're gonna learn some things together.
That's a good point in the chat. Somebody asked, does Dazzling work on support moves? I have no idea. I assumed it did. Maybe not though.
Maybe we'll find out.
We'll see. All right, Protect. We got double Protect here. Taunt.
Lots of Protects coming out
Okay, so
here.
if this wanted to Iron Defense, that's going to get Shaboshed. Or a Tailwind. Okay, so you get your Speed Control denied. And then we've got the Terra Ground, potentially an Earthquake coming out, which would be nice.
Yeah, now the Tailwind would have been nicer, but
yeah,
we do get the Earthquake off here, which is
sure.
nice damage.
And then you get to attack, probably take one of these out. Yep. Okay. So I'm assuming your Baxcalibur is pretty slow, right? Or
It is. We could look at the pace at the end if you want, but it's not max speed, but it's Iron Treads is pretty fast.
okay, so there's the booster energy for special attack. So the Tailwind not being up really sucks now because now you got to deal with this fast thing.
And the special attack makes sense because in prep, you probably noticed that Iron Valiant's going to outspeed. If we want to do the booster energy wars, might as well just lean into the special attack.
And Valiant also already has trouble hitting it anyway, so outspeeding it doesn't have that much more value.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
It is massive damage.
And raises the special attack. That thing hits like a monster. So I'm really hoping there's some way to get speed control back. In the back, we see the Terra Ghosts. So the Espeon outspeeds, but it's not enough. Oh boy, this is gonna eat. Doesn't kill the Espeon though. So now you threaten
Espeon takes that.
That's crazy.
I wonder why.
Is it Assault Vest?
Sure is.
Wow.
Spoiler alert.
That's cool. Because it actually, the Mon has pretty good special defense stat. So
yeah, so it becomes extremely bulky with AV,
that's
which
really
looks
cool.
nice in this matchup.
So this is really good for you now because now you can threaten to Oko the Moth here with the Espeon, and then you're kind of free to do whatever you want with Valiant. So I'm expecting an attack into the Bruxish slot. This thing's probably going to protect or switch out. But either way, this is a good position for you right now. I like it. So there comes the protect.
Safe to assume the Valiant is faster as well, right?
Correct.
If you're Goose.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. And then I guess that's a better play. The liquidation is one way to hit it. I bet you had that on there just for the Moth.
Correct. Now, this is where things get a little spicy.
Ooh.
This match really heats up here.
All right, let's see what we got here. So, Valiant can't really hit the Sylveon either. So, let's see. Oh, we got Poison coverage as well. Nice. Citrus Berry. Psyshock kills. And then we see a Hyper Voice, I assume. And we're Sash. Very nice. Okay, that's huge.
Now, pause real for a second.
Sure.
Okay, so what's the only way that I lose here?
If you miss a Poison Jab.
Poison Jab can't miss.
It can't? Is it 100%?
Here's a poll for the audience.
Has he terra'd? Has he terra'd?
There we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
James
no.
got it.
Oh, God. Wait, what did James say?
2 quick attacks. That's the only way that I lose.
Oh, no.
So,
oh, no.
Protect on the Iron Valiant. Calls the quick
you read
attack.
it. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Look at that.
And now we cannot lose.
That's crazy. So you made that read mid-game, though.
I told Goose this. We talked after the match, and you'll see it in his video. I clicked 2 attacks immediately, and I was like, this is over. And then I canceled it right away, and I'm like, am I being stupid? I should probably think about this. What's the only way that I can lose? And I'm like, quick attack.
Wow.
Espeon does not have protect. Goose does not know that. He doesn't know that until the set's,
it was smart for him to go for the
over.
Valiant, though, because it's more threatening with the Poison Jab. Like, I don't know how much did the Psyshock... Oh, it would have killed it anyway, I guess, but... You would have... It wouldn't have killed it that turn because of the Citrus Berry. So that was...
Right.
That was a good play. He would have won. Yeah, you're right. Well,
Yeah,
I did not... I'm not going to lie. If I were in your shoes in that match, I totally would have taken the L right there. Absolutely.
Yeah, I almost did. Insane ending.
So
that
that's...
was a really fun game 1.
Yeah, that's a great play by you. So let's see if Goose can adapt in game 2. He really needs to position that Iron Moth to be oppressive. So him denying your Tailwind game 1 was really good. Maybe we get the Murkrow himself this game so that he can sort of control the speed tempo a little bit more. And, make sure that Iron Moth's in a good position to dominate with the Fiery Wrath and the Sludge Wave. So that's what I would expect. That would be my game plan to switch it up. But, you also do have that looming Trick Room threat, maybe, with the Corviknight, the Espeon. Could set a Trick Room if he wants to set a Tailwind. So, be interesting. Let's see. We got Bruxish and Moth again. He really likes this Bruxish into this match.
Strong.
It is pretty good. So we know that the Espeon outspeeds, but this Sableye is kind of neutered by that Prankster. Unless it's running a screen set, it can't really deal with the Dazzling right now. So let's see. So he tries to eat a potential attack here. Fake out. You learn about Dazzling.
See, I learned something. I told you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, nice protect here, and then a wave crash.
Does the crit matter?
I truly don't know.
I probably does, right? I don't think Bruxish
Espeon is very frail, so it probably matters. Bruxish is
Goose
not the
says it's a
strongest one.
70% to Oko. I assume that's without the crit. So
There we go. That makes sense. So yeah, I mean,
reasonable
odds are
that
in
it would
his
have
favor.
happened anyway. So, you know,
Yeah.
if you have more prankster moves that are meant to disrupt on this Sableye, you're probably not enjoying the situation right now, I would say.
I was kicking myself after that one because that's something I should know, right? After what
Well, no, listen,
29
it's
years of
hard
Pokemon.
because you know this is like a very niche mon. It hasn't showed up in a long time, and you know you've got all this prep for these heavy hitters. You kind of ignore the Bruxish in the back, and then it comes out with a dazzling, like a random dazzling. It's totally reasonable to forget that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
True. Right.
all right, so we got the Valiant. We know it has liquidation, so he probably is gonna preserve this moth a little bit. Could switch it, or he could just try to Terra again to eat the liquidation. Let's see.
Yeah. So the protect from the Bruxish here, and then
Rain Dance. Ooh, power up the liquidation. Very nice. And the crit. I'm assuming the crit didn't matter there.
but this it did not. Yeah.
So
Goose and I talked about this after
is the
match,
Rain
too.
Dance to ensure that liquidation KOs?
That is correct.
Very
Yeah.
nice. So that's also, that's a good use of the Prankster where Dazzling can't really have its value there to set up your own rain. So really nice. So
Yeah.
now Goose is really sad to have that up. I bet he wished he had that Murkrow in to get the speed control off before that could happen. But let's see if he's got more heavy hitters in the back. One thing to consider here is that the Wave Crash is now also boosted by the rain. So he's got to worry about that Sash on the Valiant, but otherwise this Bruxish can hit hard. So let's see.
Yeah, correct.
So Terra Poison comes out. Tailwind, so this gets to go first. We see Psychic Fangs. Maybe reading the Terra Poison. Oh, and it lives.
Living on a pixel.
Oh my god. So this is bad because even if you have Ice Shard, you can't use it. So something's gonna take heavy damage here. He could foul play the Valiant and then just hit this with the Psychic Fangs, and that's a really safe play for him. So you could switch in the Sableye to try to eat the Psychic Fangs, stall a little Tailwind, but really good position here for Goose. Let's see how it plays out.
Live on the Bruxish. I don't even know how to say this Pokemon's name. It hurt, but with the Tailwind setup, it makes me feel like I'm in a real bind here.
Yeah, I wonder what does more, the foul play into the back Excalibur or the Psychic Fangs? Because I
Probably foul play.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably why he went for that play. Glaive Rush not enough as well. And now you're taking double damage. Not that it matters, but
Glaive Rush did tell me that this was Eviolite Murkrow.
Okay,
which
so
is
that's
nice
good
info to
info.
get.
We see the Terra Psychic probably to ensure that he gets the KO on the backs. He probably didn't need to commit it that turn just because even with the Glaive Rush it would have killed anyway. But it's not that big of a deal. You can't use your Fake Out here, unfortunately. I bet you really wish you could.
I really do. I sure
the
did.
Protect here is interesting. Oh, but you can use it on the Murkrow because it's not grounded, or does that not work like that?
That's what I was trying.
Yeah, it just protects against all priority, though,
Just
I
to
guess.
see. Yeah.
I guess you
So
didn't have
the,
much better to do.
Sableye didn't have anything to do other than set rain and use moves that I could not use. So
Yeah, that's fair. So this is looking like it's going to be a game 3. Unless something crazy happens. Oh, something crazy might happen. We got the quick attack, though, maybe in the back.
yeah, Tailwind is set up here too.
Oh,
so
okay. Oh, it's treads.
We're gonna need a lot of protects.
Which we don't. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right. So we got a game 3. Is that all game 3s here? Except for Poppin's match was 2-0, right?
Yeah, Poppins was 2.
The other 2 were game 3s. I love the game 3s. It adds a little to the playoff experience, There's nothing like elimination game.
This one, and like Goose and I had been hyping this one up. We, and Goose and I are friends, so we were kind of talking about this one leading up to it. I can't speak for the man, okay, but I can speak for myself. I was nervous as hell going into this third game. I mean, the first couple games there, the first game was just insane, and then the second game I made some blunders. I think bringing Sableye was just a bad call, and I think if you're Goose, you know that I'm not bringing it this game.
Absolutely, yeah. It was really neutered by the Dazzling. So if I'm you, I'm definitely expecting to see that Bruxish in the lead again, just because it was so good for him to stop the potential.
Yeah, he's leaned on it really hard in this
Sableye,
set,
yeah.
but it's paid off.
It has paid off. It's been really good. I expect to see it out in lead again. Maybe this time if I'm Goose, I'm a little scared about what happened to the Moth, so I might try to get the Murkrow in a little earlier to set speed control. But, he also has to consider that you have the Corviknight in the back as well. So that's not scary for him if he has Prankster Taunt on the Murkrow, which I don't know has been revealed yet. I don't think we saw that. We just saw Tailwind and Foul Play. So
Correct.
we will see. Let's look at the game 3 here. It's the final countdown.
Game 3 gets wild, okay? Game 3, this is going to go down as one of the all-time games of all time, okay?
All right.
Just going to say that.
Games of all time. We need a little hype here.
We do.
Just change the song a little bit to something more upbeat. We need some like final boss music right here.
Yeah,
Let's get it in.
This one was nuts.
Here we go. It comes down to this. All right, I just want to pause this for a second because what I love about this league is just how wholesome it is. Like literally, this is like an elimination game, and we got guys saying stuff like this. Like this is so wholesome. Like this is why this league is so special. Honestly,
I mean, Goose is
this kind of sportsmanship.
Legitimately one of the nicest people in the world.
Absolutely,
to be fair. But yeah, we at the end of the day, whichever one of us comes out on top, and we talked about this before the game and during the game clearly and everything. We were looking forward to this set. You know, may the best player win.
All right, so like I was saying, this is good because now you could try to set the speed control early, but now we're going to see, does it have Prankster Taunt? Because that would be really big here to deny Tailwind on your side and then get it up himself next turn and enable that Moth to outspeed your team. So
and the Bruxish also has Taunt.
Yes, it does. And it does that's true. And it does outspeed the Corviknight, which we
Correct.
saw. So this is really good positioning for Goose. So let's see what happens here. So you also know it has Taunts, though. So you could try to maybe get 2 attacks off here. Maybe kill the Murkrow. But it might get that Tailwind off regardless. So let's see.
It's going to get Tailwind up for sure.
Absolutely. And we see the Taunt come out really smart. It's a very safe play from Goose. Lets you play the game how you want to play it. Wow. Resisted close combat does a lot.
Yeah, I actually calced it. That was my strongest move into the Bruxish.
I like the play from you. You kind of recognize, listen, I can't stop his speed control coming up. I can't set my own because Taunt is threatening. Let me just remove this Bruxish. It's been a pain in the ass. And now I could sort of go from here. So one thing you have going for you is that you do have the Sash on the Valiant. So if he wants to remove it with the Tailwind this turn, he's either going to have to Sludge Wave and... Well, actually, he wouldn't Sludge Wave because you have a Corviknight. He's going to have to double it if he wants it. And you have Protect. So you put yourself in a good spot here despite his speed control if he does want to bring the Moth in now. And we see the Treads come in. So this could be a Bulldoze or a potential Earthquake, which could do a lot to the -1 Valiant and put it in foul play range despite the resistance. Let's see.
Yeah, and the Corviknight just such a strong mon.
Absolutely.
Gives me so many options here.
Oh, we see a Terra Poison and the Protect. Nice. So you're going to eat this Oh, I guess he doesn't go for the Poison jab. But Iron Head would have brought you down to Sash regardless. So that's pretty much what I said, right? You kind of had the ball in your court at that point with the Sash and the Protect, where if he wanted to remove it, which he should, he kind of feels obligated to under the speed control. But now you've delayed the inevitable, and now you have to deal with the fact that that's going to happen again. You could switch it, and now maybe enable Baxcalibur to accomplish something here.
Yeah, and the Corviknight felt really safe to me, so I felt like he wasn't targeting the Corviknight on that turn, so I feel like I can get a free switch in the back.
Great switch in because it covers for the steel or the ground or a potential weird poison.
Lets me bring it right back in. Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
And you're stalling Tailwind this whole time, so you're playing really well around that. Goose recognizes the potential switch. He goes for an Iron Head. Thank God you Terra'd, otherwise you probably would have died. And let's see. Foul play.
Yeah, thank God I Terra.
Wow.
Right?
Oh.
Thank God.
Wow, what a play from Goose. What a gamer. He recognizes the switch is coming and just says, let me remove this Baxcalibur, utilize my speed control.
Yeah. So I think you see a pretty nice switch from me the turn before, and then a really nice call out from Goose there.
Absolutely. Does this Baxcalibur have Protect? Could you have even done anything about that?
It does have Protect.
Okay, but reasonable play from you to expect at least one attack to go into that slot.
Yeah,
so
I thought, but I bet we'll see it in the video too. He's probably like, he's going to switch to Iron Belt.
Oh, what a big, that's a galaxy brain move right there by Goose.
Huge.
I love it. And that turns the tides of this matchup. We do have one more turn of Tailwind, which you could stall out here, but since the Murkrow has not been too threatened, if he is able to preserve it this turn, he could get it right back. So maybe a Dazzling Gleam here on the Valiant. Have we seen, is it special? It is, it's physical, so we won't be seeing any of that.
Could be mixed. It's got the Sash.
True. So we see the Protect come out. I kind of like it because you also know that next turn he's going to be a passive one if he wants to set the Tailwind anyway, so you'd be more aggressive that turn. He gets the Taunt off, so you can't match, which I would really hope that you didn't click Tailwind because you might have been playing into the potential Taunt.
Well,
let's see. This man.
When I saw the Brux.
You just cut out for me a little bit, Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Your audio.
It's just.
You there, Daddy?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. You cut out a little bit there. I don't think we heard what you just said.
Oh.
I don't know if it's just me. Daddy's getting censored right now. You're right. We can't hear you. Maybe try to unmute your mic. Reposition your mic.
I'll try to come.
Oh, he's gone.
All right, how about now?
I can hear you now.
Weird. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, I was just really caught off guard by the two taunters. I thought, okay, Bruxfish has taunt. There's no way the Murkrow does too, right? But I was wrong.
That's such a gamer move from Goose. He is playing this game 3 expertly. So let's see what you've got in the tank left in the tank here. We haven't seen the third Mon reveal, have we? On your side.
No, we have not.
So it could be the Golden Go potentially in the back, which maybe could try to do some work later. We did commit the Terra, didn't we, though, on the Baxcalibur?
Yeah, and we have not seen Goose's final Mon either.
Yeah, what you have going for you this turn is that you're expecting the Murkrow to be passive here with a Tailwind, so that kind of gives you some freedom, and you have the Sash as well, so you kind of get to play this turn how you want. Maybe try to remove the Murkrow, because you know it's not going to be protecting or anything. We see the Iron Head bring you down to Sash, which is okay. And we go for the... Oof. Does not do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Liquidation not doing a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping for the defense drop there.
Yeah, it's that physical defense is insane on the Iron Shreds.
That is correct. So not looking great in this position here.
Definitely not. But the Protect is nice. He kind of matches it, though. You may have to get some double Protects here to preserve this Iron Valiant, unless you want to switch it out. But yeah. I don't think you really...
Now the taunt ends.
But he could just throw out another one.
He can.
So
That's correct.
Oh, the Magic Bounce. And we see the double Protect. Is it taunt? Oh, yeah. Magic Bounce. That's great. Very nice. That's all right. I'll give you that one. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So this is nice because now he can't set the Tailwind unless he cycles it out, which gives you a lot to work with here. You do have one more turn of Tailwind to try to stall out here, but you could set your own right now as well since there's no risk of it being taunted.
Correct.
And you're certainly, if you have Protect on Espeon, that would be really nice because then you could just kill it next turn after the Tailwind expires. So potentially game-saving play trying to get that Tailwind off here. The Foul Play comes out.
Goose with the Protect here, not knowing that the Espeon is AV, of course.
Right. So
now I've got the Tailwind.
Yep, really nice. And now he can't even get his Tailwind back up. Oh my God, the tides have turned in the battle. Wait, that Magic Bounce play was actually sick. That was This game is wild. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Has Goose used Terra?
I don't
think he has. So he's going to need a Fire Terra here. Now, I'm not saying Terra Fire. I mean like a Fuego Terra.
Yeah.
Because something that resists Psychic would be amazing because he's going to eat this. Did we see the Terra earlier? On Moth? Let's see. I don't know. But he has to kill the Espeon, I think. I think it's more threatening than the Corviknight. But Tailwind is up, so this does not look good, even if he does have Terra. Oh, he doesn't. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were done for.
I thought I was done for too. I truly did.
Was an insane game 3. We got the big brain, Galaxy Brain, doubles, and protects from Goose. Not to mention the double taunt bring, and then we've got the even larger Galaxy Brain switch into Magic Bounce to toss. Oh, I love it.
That was the most insane game I have ever participated in.
See, I'm wondering.
I mean, it was over.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm wondering if after this play happens, is it worthwhile for him to try to switch out the Murkrow to preserve it for later? Because like he could cycle in the Moth here. You know, that might have given him some flexibility because then you could get the Prankster Tailwind in the back for the Moth if it lives the hit. If the Shreds dies that turn. But then
I'm not launching a Psychic attack in a Murkrow, right?
Right,
so maybe
exactly. So that might have been the play, but maybe he felt like, you know, he didn't want to risk switching in the Moth because he knew he needed it later. I mean, I think his plays were totally reasonable after that. I'm just trying to see if there was any out for him at all.
And if Moth takes a Dazzling Gleam plus a Brave Bird, then
It should take
I
a
don't know if it's
dazzling
living.
gleam because it's -4, right? Doesn't it double resist there? With the poison and the fire, both resist
Yeah,
fairy.
it does. Yeah, you're right. That's true. So
So-
that's doing
And
zero
it's also
damage.
it has a higher special defense stat than defense.
It does. It is.
But
it
the
has
Brave
high
Bird
special.
would have been
Brave Bird is
it would have
chunking
hit hard.
though.
But you
Yeah.
would have outsped maybe this following turn because if he has protect and then with the Tailwind coming in the following turn.
Yeah, I think if he switches, he definitely loses.
Fair.
Right? Because then, if maybe not, because the Espeon one shots it. The Iron Treads can't protect the next turn.
I see. So
Coordinate.
yeah, Goose is
kills
saying
it,
here
right?
what he could have done instead of protecting is if he just Iron Head and Foul Played, he might have won.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah,
true. This
like-
protect was brutal because he
Protect. Exactly.
kind of wasted his last turn of Tailwind that he had available.
Mm-hmm.
So and he
Yeah,
didn't
maybe-
he didn't know about the AV though. He was probably expecting a
Right.
protect.
Assuming I would protect. Yeah.
So wow, crazy game. Oh my god, these were some fire
Wild
matches. Oh, I'm hyped up
Yeah.
now. I wish we had one more to look at. But
Yeah. Wild set.
wow. So
Just the
GGs.
playoffs, baby.
This is VBL right here. This is the VBL difference. The playoff matches are always bangers. So congrats to those moving on to round 2. And we'll see what happens with our final match tomorrow. Foreign and Steve said they'd be playing around like 6 Eastern, I think. So maybe, Daddy, we could hop on a call for a little 10-minute stream if you want to cast that match. I'm so down.
Child is with the grandparents, so I got nothing but
Hell
time.
yeah. We got some freedom here. I think somebody sent me the paste for this one, didn't they? Did you see
Yeah,
it?
I sent you both if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll take it. We could take a look. I'm not in a rush.
GG's, Goose. By the way, I love you, buddy. Great games. Seriously.
Those were awesome.
Insane set.
Those are so good to watch. So we've got the Quash, which we didn't see come out on the Murkrow. So yeah, really all I could do was foul play after getting taunted. And as you said, you did figure out the Eviolite from that liquidation. The quick attack was really good, but luckily you were able to read that game one, or this might have been a completely different set.
And if you targeted a different slot, it would have been different too. So yeah, wild.
Yeah, the double taunt was so good. It really shut down Corviknight. We didn't see the Electros. Blunder Policy's fun. This is a fun set.
I was really scared of the eel in prep, to be honest. I mean, but here's the thing about it though. I don't think it's actually that threatening. Like, I think it looks scarier on paper than it actually is in practice. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, this is an interesting set too because he's got Zap Cannon with Blunder Policy.
Yeah, which is awesome.
That's cool. And max speed. It's a really fun, funky set. And then we saw, your Sableye. I mean, your Sableye could have been a screen bot. The only thing that's really disabled is the Quash and the Fake Out. But you also don't have an attack on it. So that's not. I see why you didn't bring it game 3 or 1.
Right.
So, yeah. This Baxcalibur didn't really get to do much either. Just because of the speed.
Game 1, it got the Earthquake off, which did a lot of damage, but it just
true.
died. It didn't get any KOs itself.
And we didn't see the Golden Go. The Espeon was massive with the AV. We saw the Valiant Sash was good. I love the Sash instead of the Booster Energy. Like you said, you're not really getting that much benefit by outspeeding the Moth anyway. So that was definitely a difference maker. Sash is a good item. You should use it.
Yeah,
It's really good.
yes, agreed.
All right. Yeah, this has been a wild playoffs. I'm not going to lie. I feel like, what I expected to happen was like the polar opposite. Like so many matchups where I was like, oh, I think this person's got a better, like it was just chaotic. We got awesome game 3s. I'm so excited for round 2. We'll have to see who wants to get a stream going for that one. But I'm sure somebody will step up and bless you all with a little YouTube or Twitch stream. But for that, I think we're done for the night, Daddy.
Hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, well, I could definitely hop on a call for a quick match analysis if Steve and Foreign want to send us the replays after they're done. So
Works for me.
time TBD, maybe around the same time, 8:30, if you want to tune in tomorrow for that last game. Otherwise, we will see y'all for the next one. And have a good night, everybody.
Later.
See ya.